to give us our first session for today, please let's use the chat box or even our, uh, our emojis to congratulate and welcome Mr. Tola as he takes the first session.
All right, thank you very much for the introduction, John. I really appreciate it. I really hope everyone can hear me clearly, and just let me know if you can't hear me clearly. John, just feel free to interject wherever you can't hear me clearly. So thank you so much, John, for introducing me. Thank you to the chair for the wonderful welcome address. And I also want to thank Fabian for being my link to this group in the first place. It's an honor to be here. And I want to congratulate every single person that is graduating. I want to talk today about the concept of graduating that we have in our mind. I don't know how much time I have. Can someone just give me a range of how much time I have to talk?
Okay, sir, you'll be having 30 minutes to go ahead, sir.
All right, that's fine. So today I want to talk about the concept of what we see as graduating. I am a teacher, and I teach especially through my podcast. I have a podcast called the TA Podcast, and I do something called life branding. A lot of people ask me what life branding is, but then the way I would put it is being true to the cause of your life and the uniqueness of your life. I've come to realize that a lot of people live other people's lives. And this is the fastest path to frustration, disappointment, fatigue, and failure. In fact, if you're not living your life or what your life is calling you to do, you have failed. No matter how much people applaud you around you, you failed. The first and biggest failure in life is not to be true to yourself. It's not about how much money you make or how many people you lead or the status you attained. It's about how truthful you are to your journey in life. Graduating is an interesting concept. It's an interesting concept because a lot of people, when they think of graduating, what they think of is an end. What we actually celebrate is an end or a freedom from something. We see it as an achievement. And I wouldn't say it's not an achievement, but it's not an achievement of an end. It's the achievement of a beginning. You see, when I was in secondary school, and I was in SS2, we had our SSC, WAEC exams ahead of us, which we were going to write when we got to SS3, almost a year away. But you see, none of us actually knew the concept and the seriousness of that exam. So we spent a lot of time just acting like nothing was coming. So there was this particular teacher who saw us in SS2 not being serious about anything, acting like no exam was coming. And I remember this afternoon when the class was so rowdy, he just stormed into the class, obviously upset. And he asked us all to sit down. And he told us, do we know what's coming? And the class was silent, nobody said anything. And he said, you're about to write the most serious exam of your life. He says, this is going to be the biggest exam of your life, and probably the hardest exam you will write in your life. And he said, if you can give attention to this one exam, SSC, WAEC, you would not have to do anything as hard as this again going forward. If you can just give it all your attention and try to pass this exam, you would scale the largest hurdle in your life. So why don't you just give it a few months and know that you scaled this largest hurdle and see your life get easy afterwards? That was the worst advice anybody has ever given me in my life, because it wasn't true. But what happened was, when he told us this, he told us so convincingly that everybody thought, so this is the king of all exams, and just going to take us a few months to do it. Why don't you just dedicate time to reading for it? So we read for it, and everybody did well. I did well in the exams because I gave it my all. I was like, okay, this is the last opponent in life. I will fight this thing, and after which I will enjoy my life without having to face any serious exams again. So I passed it, and then I got into university. But when I got into university, since my teacher had already told me, this is going to be the hardest exam you will have in your life, I thought, university cannot be hard, man. It can't be hard. It's just to enjoy yourself, because I've done the hardest exam in my life. And in my first semester, I managed to have a 1 point something GPA. Managed. 1 point something. Because I was given the rudest shock of my life that there were harder exams than WAEC. Way harder exams. And because of this, I didn't prepare for those exams, because I thought once I graduated from secondary school, it was freedom. Once I graduated from secondary school, it was paradise. Once I graduated from secondary school, it was enjoyment. There was not going to be anything hard again. That's why I say that was the worst advice I was ever given, because it didn't prepare me for the next stage of this conveyor belt called life. We all celebrated at the end of our SSC, wrote things on our shirts, signed books, like if we were signing out of the hard life, not knowing we were just beginning. I went to a school called Obafemi Awolowo University, probably one of the hardest academic environments in Nigeria. Hardest. It was hell going through that environment. And it was hell because I had the expectation of ease when I got in. It wasn't a realistic expectation. Why I'm telling you this is because a lot of you are graduating and you have expectations that are not realistic. Somebody has told you, someone has assured you, now you have graduated, the world owes you a good job. You are going to be working in an oil servicing company. You are going to be earning so and so figures. You are going to buy your first car. Finally, you'll be able to afford a house. Finally, you have reached your happily ever after. But happily ever after doesn't exist in the real world. It exists in fairy tales. Once you understand that life is a continuous process, life is 100% process and 0% destination. I'll say that again. The life you and I are living in, from which we draw our breath, is 100% process and 0% destination. The problem with human beings is that we are destination minded, and that is why human beings struggle with disappointment, fatigue, and failure. The concept of failure that the human being has is that they have not reached an expected destination. Once you stop thinking about a destination, failure would fail to exist. What you will see failure as is a learning process. Failure is a learning process for those who see life as 100% process. Failure is a drawback for those who see life as a destination. There is no destination in life. There is only the next stage of this conveyor belt. Life is 100% process. From the day you were conceived, I don't mean from the day you were born. I'm talking about from the day your mother and your father had intercourse. A process started that led into the formation of an embryo, from that to a baby, from a baby to a boy or a girl, from a girl to a teenager, from that to an adult, from that to an elderly person, from that to someone who dies. And even after you die, a process still continues. When the life has left you, your body continues in a process of decomposition. Life is 100% process. As long as it's on this earth, there is always something that is to be done. There is always an exam. Always. Life is no destination. It's not a destination. It's not. There's no destination in life. There's always a process. Life is a refining. I don't know whether the life after is the destination, but I do know that here you keep going and going and going. And why do we go through these processes? We go through these processes to equip us for the next process. Everything you went through is not to get to a place where you sit down and enjoy the benefit of your hard work. Whenever you get to the end of a conveyor belt, brace yourself for what comes next. Because whatever you have accumulated is to be used for the next process. There's a story in the Bible. For those who are conversant with the Bible, it's called the story of the rich fool. The rich fool was a man who had land, and he planted on that land, and he gave him a bountiful harvest. And at the end of that harvest, he thought he had reached the end of a thing. He thought he had reached a destination. So he looked at it and said, now I have reached a destination in my life. Now there's nothing more to do than to enjoy all I have harvested in this process of farming. And the Bible tells us that very night, not the next night, the very night, his soul was demanded of him because he stopped being part of the process. Once you stop being part of the process, you begin to be useless in life. The key to long life is to continue going. You see, my parents are retired. And through them, I've gotten to see the concept of retirement. They have a lot of friends. And most of their friends, a lot of them have passed away. And I look at it, what did they pass away from? A lot of them died from retirement. Do you know retirement is a cause of death? They died because somebody told them, work for 30 years. And after 30 years, you come to a destination called retirement. Then you can rest and do nothing and just enjoy your pension. Then a lot of them come to that place expecting to get rest, and no rest comes. And they die from what you call hypertension, high blood pressure, idleness of not doing anything and feeling like there is still more to do. There is a sadness that they feel that the rest that was promised to them never came. Just like I felt the disappointment that the rest that my teacher told me was going to come after WAEC never came. You have graduated, but you've just started. You must keep that at the back of your mind. You're on this conveyor belt and you don't know what comes next, but something comes next. My first advice to you is never think you know what comes next. And never try to force what comes next. What I mean by this, I'll give an illustration, an analogy. For me, I have birds. Birds come to my house every single day. And I started feeding them, and they started to come more and more. They come every day. They come 3 times a day. They come in the morning, they come in the afternoon, and they come before the sun goes down. They always come, and they're always singing, playing. They're so lovely to look at. Different array of birds. Blue, red, yellow, green, black, different sizes. So beautiful to watch. Now, after a while, I realized that they started to perch in my tree. So one day I looked at the tree and I saw a bird's nest in the tree. A bird's nest. And in that nest, I saw 2 lovely eggs. White, beautiful, small eggs. They were tiny, but they were beautiful. 2, just 2. So I was so excited. I told my wife and the children, do you know a bird has laid eggs in our tree? And so we all went to look at it. And after a while, the mother bird came and sat on the egg like she's expected to do. She sat there morning, afternoon, night. She was always there. But this nest was positioned very close to our garden. So whenever I wanted to go to the garden, we will have to go under the nest. And because of that, that will startle the bird. And the bird will fly away for a while, then wait for us to leave, then come back and sit on our eggs. So I told my children, for this period that this bird is incubating these eggs, let's not go to the garden so we don't startle her anymore. Let her go through this period of incubating so that the eggs can hatch successfully. So my kids agreed not to go. Everybody said we were not going to go to the garden till the eggs had hatched. So one day my youngest son, who is 3 years old, forgot my instruction and he went to that garden and he scared the bird again. And I told him, why would you go there? I told you don't go there. Let's not go there again till these birds hatch. Don't go there again. So he said, sorry, Daddy, I won't go there again. I was very upset. And then the bird came back and sat down. And that very day, I went back inside the house. And I was doing something. And all of a sudden, a strong wind just blew. Very strong wind. The one that whistles. And it's not rainy season here, it's Harmattan here, for anybody that is in Abuja. And it was a very strong wind and rustled that tree. And the first thing I did when the wind stopped was I went out and I checked the nest. And the nest was upside down. The bird wasn't there anymore. And when I looked on the ground, the eggs were broken. And I was so disappointed and so sad. Right inside the eggs, I could see the forming tissue of the potential chicks. And I was so sad. I'm like, this process has failed, even with all I did. And I was so sad. So I went to take a broom to at least sweep it up. And by the time I went to take a broom and came back, I saw ants feeding on what was left of the eggs and what was forming from the chicks. Ants were feeding on it. And I was so upset. I said, I'm going to kill these ants. I'm going to spray them. I'm going to make it very agonizing for them because they are opportunists. Such a terrible situation, the ants are using to feed. And immediately that came to my mind. My spirit told me, Tola, don't do that. Don't kill these ants. And I said, why shouldn't I kill them? They're doing a terrible thing. And spirit told me, they're not doing a terrible thing. They're doing the right thing. That was what the process was for. But because you had a rugged expectation of a destination, you are disappointed. You thought you knew what would come next. You desired for it to come in a way that was beautiful to you. So you wanted the eggs to hatch, 2 lovely chicks will come out. After a while, they will start flying. and then you would say that this happened in your garden. A bird laid 2 eggs, incubated them, they hatched, and now they've developed. For you, that is success. But life is saying different. Life is saying, I gave that bird the opportunity to lay eggs, but not to the end of having chicks, to the end of feeding the ants, because the ants have to eat. That is success. But it's only failure for somebody like me who holds on to a rugged expectation of a destination. Some of you today are like me. You've graduated, but you've told yourself what would happen next. In 2 weeks' time, I will get a job. In a year's time, I'll be earning this. By next year, I'll be abroad doing my postgraduate. By this time, I would have had a postgraduate degree and I'll be working with this company, international company. I'll be earning in dollars. Some of you have planned your life for the next 10 years. You know where the destination is.
Sorry, please, Ahmad Kabir Baba, please, can you mute your mic?
Thank you. Some of you are saying you know what the destination is, but I want to tell you something. You know nothing. You know nothing. Those eggs, some of you, your eggs will hatch and become beautiful chicks. Some of you, your eggs will fall and feed the ants. None is a failure. Everything is a process. And your process is different from the other person's process. Someone whose mic is not.
Please, if you know your mics are on, please do well to put them off. Please, all mics should please be turned off. Captain Dati, Shamsuddin Abdullahi, please close your mic.
I think it's Dati's mic. And his mic is still not.
Let me get the council account.
Yes,
Okay.
please help us get it done.
All right. Okay, so I think it has been muted now. Thank you very much. So what I was saying is some of us, our problem is that we've planned our lives for the next 10 years. From this graduation, we know where we are going to be in 10 years' time. You don't know. I graduated almost over 20 years ago, well over 20 years ago. I am not where I thought I would be. I studied architecture. If anybody told me I'll be here speaking to people and teaching about life, I would have said it was a lie. But my process was different. At first, I thought I was failing, till I realized that life had better plans for me. And so I asked myself, why did I go through architecture for 4 years in such a hard environment like Obafemi Awolowo University? And that's because there were people to meet. There were people I had to meet. There were relationships I had to build. There were lessons I had to learn. You see, a lot of times, the problem with education is that we feel we go to school to learn something. And when we learn that thing, we become that thing. That's the biggest flaw of education. It is the fact that it tells us if you spend 4 years learning about engineering, you become an engineer. It's incredible that you, as a 20-something-year-old, you do something for 4 years and it takes the whole of your 20 years identity. You do something for 5 years and it takes the whole real estate of your 20-something life. No. That's not true. You do not go to school to become. You go to school to pick up things. You see, the concept of school can be very funny. Some people in school understand it better than others. That's why some people in school, they don't bother about lectures. They bother about 1 or 2 lectures and they forget the rest. The people that are not very clear about where they are going, they bother about everything. The lectures they need and the lectures they don't need. I want to tell you that, yeah, you said engineering is 5 years. Yeah, I remember that. I want to tell you that, do you know all that your 5 years in school might just be for 2 courses? For 2 courses, it was to learn 2 things. But we accumulate a lot of things. So you focus on a lot of things. And that's why you feel so disappointed when you don't become, in your mind, a successful engineer. Because you pay too much attention to things. There was a guy in my class. I always talk about him. When we were in school, he was the most unserious student. When we were having an exam, they will say he has traveled. I'll be like, what's this guy? Doesn't he know we have a test? He will travel. And when he comes back, we'll say, do you know you just missed this test? And he'll say, don't worry. You guys keep passing the test. Get the A's. When we graduate, I would employ you. I would say, you can never employ us. Your GPA is struggling to go above a 1 point something. So we'll have a serious test. They'll say, this guy has gone to Kano. This guy has gone to Ilorin. This guy has gone to Lagos to do a job. But when we graduated with a 2-2, if not a 3rd class self. He's the one that has hired the most people in our class today. Because while we were learning all those other things, philosophy, psychology, he was learning only architecture ruggedly. He would only show up to the architecture class that he felt would teach him more about what he was interested in. But when he left, he built a very big architecture company. And he hired a lot of, it was the highest paying employee that most of my classmates could work with. Highest paying by far. But when we were in school, he was the unserious one. But in reality, he was the most serious. Today, he's not an architect. Today, he's, last time was in the House of Rep. He was in House of Reps. So you can see that even that architecture was a process and a conveyor belt onto something else. He used it to meet people. And he met people and he saw that I can serve my community. Now he's in the House of Reps. Life is a continuous process. A lot of you don't know what you're going to become yet. You are not an engineer. You only have the knowledge of an engineer. Now you need to ask yourself, what does life require of you from that knowledge? Because it's not everything. But it takes a sense of spirituality, which is second advice I will give you. Be spiritual. It is when you are spiritual that you know what life requires of you. And what is spirituality? Spirituality is not going to church, going to the mosque. It's not about those things. Spirituality is connection to the God in your inside. The God on your inside, not the God on your outside. Not your imam's God or your pastor's God. It's the God on your inside. The God that existed before you knew religion. This is the same God that stopped me from killing those ants and revealed to me what was happening. An unspiritual person will go ahead and kill the ants and sweep everything away and think they are doing good. How many of you can hear the voice on your inside that tells you, now that you've you are done with engineering, go and learn carpentry. Now that you are done with engineering, it's time to do fashion design. How many of you truly hear the God on the inside? Because that is what will tell you you are not a failure when the world is laughing at you that you failed. That my classmate had a clear concept of the God on the inside. That's why every time we laughed at him as a no future ambition, he never got annoyed. He never attacked us. He never defended himself. He just spoke what the God on the inside was telling him, that he would employ us. And did he employ us or not? Yes, he did. You need to be able to hear the God on your inside. This is what spirituality is. Sometimes the God on your inside will cancel what your lecturers have told you. Sometimes the God on your inside will cancel what your parents tell you. Sometimes the God on your inside will cancel what your department has told you, what your friends tell you. But that's always where the truth comes from. This is what tells you what the next stage. This is what tells you what the next stage of your process
You have 3
is.
more minutes, sir.
Yeah, that's fine. This is what tells you what the next stage of your process is.
Yeah.
If you're not spiritual, you can never know the next stage of your process. So as you graduate today, I only congratulate those who know the voice on the inside, because those are the ones that will move on to the next stage of the process in life. And those are the true successful ones at the end of the day. And thank you for giving me the time to talk to you. I don't know if we're going to have time for questions, but then I would like you all to take time to listen to this again. And I'm glad there's a recording. And if you want to listen to more of my content, I have a podcast called the TA Podcast. I also have a Telegram community. I'll give it to Fabian privately. You can share it with you on whatever platform you have, where I answer questions from people like you. So thank you very much. It has been an honor talking to you.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. It's been an honor learning from you. We all know a lot about life, but this is the first time that you are having to get deep insights about what life really is about. And so not only me, but everybody has gone away with nuggets from what you have said so far. And truly, truly, now I can say we can start finding ways to start branding our lives. Thank you so much, sir, for this session. We know life is a process, 100%, and the destination is just 0%. We don't even know where we are going to end in life. So we should always, keep up knowing that we have to trust the process. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Really appreciate you. His details will be shared to us soon, I think, on the chat box. Uh, yes, and then we can get to also reach out to him, personally, if we have more questions. Thank you once again, sir. Please let's give him a round of applause. It's emojis and even on our chat box. We can thank him very well for his insightful session. Okay, going ahead, we'll be having our Kahoot session. Sorry, our icebreaker session that will be taken by none other person than Mr. Please, is Mr. Open Michael on the call? Can please indicate so can go straight to
Yes.
the icebreaker session.
All right. Thank you very much, John. Can you confirm you can hear me?
We can hear you very well, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. John. And thank you very much, Mr. Tola Labi. That was really a thought-provoking session, really inspiring at the same time. And I believe one of the nuggets that stuck with me most is spirituality is the connection with God on your inside, so which really resonates with you. So thank you very much once again. All right, moving forward, we're going to the icebreaker session. And okay, by the way, Umileko Kwemi Michael. All right, so we'll be going to the icebreaker session, and it requires participants. Yeah, it requires participants. And for the icebreaker session, there are no right or wrong answers, just your thoughts, how you resonate to this question, how this question resonates to you as a graduate. All right, so can I have the next slide, please? All right, so the way this would work is you could answer by signifying by with a show of hands, or you could drop your own response in the chat box. So the first question is what's the main goal of engineering and earth sciences? Is it to make money? Is it to solve real world problems? Is it to work in offices, to conduct experiments only? All right, I have someone in the chat box. Okay, the okay, the popular answer on the chat box is B, solve real world problems. All right, that's interesting. Any controversial answer? I honestly I thought many would go for to make money. I thought we are all here to make money. All right, well, we're all in this to make money now. All right, that's lovely. That's lovely. So to solve real world problems, I guess that's principally life's goal, to solve problems at every given opportunity. And that, I think at the end of the day, the remaining are adds on the money, the comfort, the finance, but solving real world problems is actually the key of engineering and earth sciences. All right, the next question, Mr. John. Thank you. All right, what's safety important in field and tech? Okay, oh, sorry about that. Why is safety important in field and technical work? Is it to avoid delays? Is it to protect lives and equipment? To reduce supervision? To meet deadlines? All right, interesting. To protect lives and equipment. So safety is actually one of the core virtues of any sector, and most especially engineering. Safety comes first, and that's why if you noticed before we started this session, we had our safety brief. Even though it's a virtual session, we had a safety brief, and so safety is actually really paramount. Okay, the next question, John. Thank you. Thank you guys for your response. Really appreciate. John, the next question, please. All right. Can I still be heard? Is it my network? Okay, all right. Thank you very much, John. So why are standards and regulations important? Is it to complicate work? Is it to ensure quality and safety? Is it to limit creativity? Is it to increase costs? So why are standards and regulation? Why do you follow due process? Why do you follow protocols most of the time? All right. The most friendly answer on the chat box is B, to ensure quality and safety. Beautiful. I guess that's primarily the main aim of standards and regulation, to ensure quality, efficiency, and safety at the same time. All right, thank you very much for your response. Okay, Mr. John, kindly share your screen for the next question. Sorry about that.
Hello.
Hi. All right, John. Okay, give me a minute. Let me open the slide right here. Sorry. One minute, sorry. All right. So the next question I'll be reading to you guys. I'll be reading to you guys. So what's okay before as graduates and as recent graduates and students members currently on the call. So I would like to ask, what did you learn more in school? Is it time management, group work survival, networking, or how to survive deadlines? I would appreciate answers in the chat box. So the question reads again, what did you learn more in school? Is it time management? Is it group work survival? Is it networking, or how to survive? Okay, someone said time management. Interesting. Well, time management. Someone said networking. Interesting. Networking. All right. Another option says group work survival. Is it teamwork, team efforts? Are you those ones that stay with your friends on a gathered day? You do exams together. Okay, group work. So okay, someone's saying group work survival. Interesting. All right. Or how to survive deadlines. Is anybody going with how to survive deadlines? Transport phenomenal. Interesting. All right, Mr. Fabian said transport phenomenal. Interesting. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much, John. So I will go straight to the next question. Wonderful responses, you guys. Why is collaboration important between engineers and geoscientists? So I believe majority of us on this call that either engineers or geoscientists or have a relationship with STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. All right. Okay, we have projects. Projects are multidisciplinary, reduce salary, increases competition, it slows work. All right, yeah. Interestingly, the best answer for this question is projects are multidisciplinary. So we have many branches, many disciplines across the engineering field and across the geosciences field. So geoscience is essentially earth science, the study of the earth, and and this incorporates many disciplines, many disciplines. All right. I think with these, I believe we've come to the end of the icebreaker session. And thank you very much, guys, for your participation. Going to the next session. Thank you.
Okay, sorry. Thank you so much. I've been having very bad network issues. Please, can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. So, thank you so much, Mr. Pemi. Thank you so much for that session. Though I have gone out once or twice there, but I think everyone should have enjoyed that session. So, moving on to our next session, we'll be having our career tips section, and to be taken by none other person than Mr. Dari. Mr. Dari, please, are you on the call? Please, I would really love for you to indicate.
Yes, I'm on the call. Good morning.
Thank you so much. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the call. I'll be reading his introduction now. Let's go. Mr. Dari Rokonobong is a stock management and terminal operations graduate engineer at NEPL, where he contributes to hydrocarbon accounting across multiple cluster points, ensuring accuracy and operational efficiency. At Footmina, he began his journey with SPE, Society of Petroleum Engineers, serving as the pioneering secretary general of the student chapter and collaborating with a team of officers to earn multiple awards and recognitions from 2020 to 2023. Wonderful. Upon graduation, he joined SP Port Harcourt Section 103, where he played a key role in the design team, handling designs, facilitating design trainings, and leading the creation of visual materials for the annual STEM Fair program. He currently serves as publicity and media co-lead for SP Benin Young Professionals while playing a key role in the ALP subcommittee in organizing ALP programs for secondary schools. He is the founder of Dari Digital, a team of technology entities offering graphic design and video editing services to individuals and organizations. Dari holds a first class degree in chemical engineering, and for him, growth is possible, as simply doing is not enough. Excellence is the goal. Thank you so much. Please let's give a virtual round of applause for Mr. Dari as he takes over for his session. Thank you, sir. Sir, the floor is all yours.
Thank you very much, John. I just share my screen. Hope you can hear me. Can you just drop the slide so that I can share my screen from my
Sir, you can go ahead. We can hear you. Share screen. Mr. Anthony, maybe please can you mute your mic?
The slide, okay, thank you. All right. Good morning, everyone. Confirm you can see my screen and also hear me.
Yes, sir, we can. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. I'm sure we've gained value from the live branding session by Mr. Alabi, and I'm going to be focusing on the career tips, a little bit of technical details, some practical insights on career pathways, and how we can further position ourselves better for professional growth. So here's the outline of my presentation. I'll be walking us through understanding that career is a journey, also reminding us that we all have a choice to make, what we need to know, and to also look into the fact if there are opportunities in the energy industry for us at the moment. And I'll also be sharing my journey with you all, some key takeaways, common mistakes when starting out, and the practical strategies for career opportunities. Now, even from the live branding session, I'm sure we've gained insight that career is never a destination, because life and by extension, our career is a journey and never a fixed destination. And career paths are really linear. If we look at the infographics below, we see that it's not just a linear road from point A to B. We all started here from one, I believe, secondary school, where we were building on awareness, our foundation and direction. Then we moved on to higher institution, be it polytechnic, university, or college of education, where we were exploring, building skills, position ourselves better, and we felt things is going to align quite well and we have everything figured out. But upon graduating, we find out that we did not really have everything figured out, and life take a bit downturn for some, and for others, it's just smooth, and we are able to gain opportunity into our early career goals. But at this point, all we are doing is applying, learning, and all, and we look forward to pivoting, reassessing ourselves, transitioning into a more solid role. And at the end, we move on to impact and leadership. But just like I said, it's never a destination. So the circle continues, just like you can see from the arrow here. It continues, we pivot, we grow. But then we have a choice to make. And there are two ways we can actually live our life. Either we live our life by default, our career by default, or we live a life by design. And what do I mean by default? So let's speak to this first. Living life by default means you are just doing everything and living life the way it comes, because life is full of uncertainty. You don't know what's going to come next, right? But then you are not even helping the matters. You are not setting smart goals. So we are familiar with that, some smart goals. You are not even making deliberate effort to shape your own future. You are not even reacting to circumstances the way you should. But I am convinced, and I want to believe that everyone on this call trends towards living career by design, where we make decisions deliberately to shape our path, because life is full of uncertainty. So we want to reduce the odds against us, right? We're also setting goals that guide us and also improve our learning. Tell myself this month, I'm going to read this number of books. This year, I'm going to be reading 10 books. I'm going to apply 10 companies this month and beyond. Then we're also learning the skills that are required, and we are trying to align our career with values. And that's why I said we must intentionally work towards, designing our life, because life in itself is full of uncertainties. And we must remember that no man makes a greater mistake than a man who did nothing, thinking he could only do little. I repeat, no man makes a greater mistake than a man who did nothing, thinking he could only do little. So you can do the little you can and hope for the very best. So then, what do you need to know? First, you must understand that early career growth comes from exposure. So if you've not been attending any training before now, or any program before now, I'm glad that you are here and you are benefiting from the wealth of knowledge shared by the speakers. Then also understand that degrees doesn't equal career. Sometimes you might study engineering, and at first you might find yourself in the banking sector, just like you can see here, or even another industry. And you might be wondering what's happening. Yes, because career is never linear. Then you must also be open to opportunities in terms of graduate programs, internship, and understand that professional bodies provide access. And I'm going to be speaking more to this area, professional body, as I go on with my presentation. Then understand that small opportunities often lead to larger career doors, because the more informed you are, the better the opportunity available to you. And that's why I have a quote that I always reiterate over time, that what you don't know is beyond you, but the information within your reach are potential opportunities to explore. The information within your reach are potential opportunities to explore. So it's tied to the first point here that says early career growth comes from exposure. So you must be willing to take new information as you progress with your career. Now, this now brings us to the big question, because of course, this SPE, and we are focused more on the energy industry, right? And we might be asking ourselves, are there opportunities in the energy industry at the moment? This chart speaks to the world energy consumption from 2000 to 2001, to 2021, sorry, 2000 to 2021. That's about 21 years thereabout. And if we look at the legend here, green is oil, the red one is natural gas, this is coal, this is nuclear energy, hydro, electricity, and renewable energy. And we can see that almost everything is rising. In fact, look at oil. Oil is still rising and natural gas is still rising. This is just to tell you that there is still a lot of opportunities in the oil and gas industry. And you might be wondering, why is coal also rising? Please note that coal is mainly being used in the Asia-Pacific region. I mean, the likes of China, India, Indonesia, where 50% of their energy, consumption comes from coal. But we can see the sharp increase for the oil and gas industry. This speaks to the 2024 global energy consumption as released in 2025 in the BP publication. And if we look at this chart very well, you can see that the world consumed 592 exajoule of energy, right? Of which 199 came from oil and 149 came from natural gas, 165 from coal. We can see that fossil fuel contributed to about 87% of this energy mix. 87%, which is a whopping percentage of the whole energy consumption for the world. We can see nuclear energy here, 31%, hydroelectricity 16%, and other renewables 33%. This shows that the oil and energy industry is still a very lucrative area to consider if you are looking towards pivoting. And then we can also look into the nuclear energy and other renewables because they are gaining ground. But the discussion this day is tending towards an energy mix, right? We are mixing energy. The oil and gas is not going anytime soon. This is just something for us to note. So there's a lot of opportunities for us to consider. And this is an LP session, and since most of our audience are recent graduates or people looking towards transitioning into our early career opportunities, I think it's best for me to share my personal journey with us so that we can also pick one or two things from it. I hope you are very much with me.
Yes, sir, we'll be you, sir.
All right, thank you. So I started my undergraduate journey at the Federal University of Technology, Minna, FUT-Minna, where I focused more on taking my academics seriously. Of course, God helping me, I had the first class. I also joined professional organizations like SP and others, where I served as the pioneering secretary general. I also learned graphics design. And if you notice from this, I combined three things, right? And then good grades are good, to be frank. It's okay, but that might not be all you need, because life is not all about good grades, even though having a good one is never a disadvantage. Life is not all about good grades, even though having one is never a disadvantage. So I moved on to join Cypher Crescent upon graduation. And you'll be wondering, oh, it was because I had good grades. That's why I got into Cypher Crescent, but that was wrong. It was the opportunity I gained while serving in SP and also the skills I learned. Okay, so I joined Cypher Crescent as a research and development graduate intern. And this was my first real industry and tech exposure, because I was coming from a chemical engineering background. When I was doing design, it was not fully tech focused. But then I was focused on learning on the job. I took so many courses at this point in time, which I also recommend for as many of us looking towards transitioning into the workforce, right? Data analysis, graphic design, marketing. Take as many courses as you can. And then I applied classroom knowledge to real world problem. And the exposure I gained from Cypher Crescent was very invaluable. But then the time come where I'd wanted to also go to the field, right? I was very much interested in field work because I studied chemical engineering. And you know, from people who say, don't let your CGPA to waste. But then life is never a straight route. So few months into my service year, about 3 months into my service year, I started applying. Many would tell me, but you are not even done with NYSC yet. Yes, 3 months I started applying. In fact, there were some months I made more than 20 applications, a lot of rejection mail. In fact, my name is printed on Bcaut's application portal because of how much I've applied and so many other companies. But the question is, did it all paid off? Yes. And after that, I moved to join Indorama Petrochemical Limited as a graduate process engineer. And here I was building skills. I wasn't chasing title at that point in time. I was focused on learning, documenting my work, sharing some on LinkedIn. I was ready to collaborate and not to compete, because sincerely, you can't do everything within yourself. You must have masterminds, a group of friends that you can reach out to, that when applications come out, they will be the first person to share it around. So if you don't have one, please ensure you find yourself one. Join group chats, meaningful ones, please. Then I updated my CV for targeted applications, because at this point in time, I was already on the field, but my goal was to work in the oil and gas industry, right? And just like I said, life is a journey. So it's not just a straight route for me from campus then to the oil and gas industry. All these were my formative years. I seek mentorship and feedback early. I remember for many of my interviews, I had some mock interview session with my mentors. They were very instrumental in helping me achieving my goals. I stay flexible, although not directionless, right? Because life is full of uncertainty, I also have to minimize the odd working against me. Then I try to be known for something. And for many people that know me, they always say growth is possible, because I believe I have to manifest that, and that's God's will for me. Then this now leads me to my present role, where I'm working in the upstream energy sector for a national oil company. I'm currently on learning, and relearning. So if we look at this journey critically, we will understand that academic alone, good grades might not earn you what you really want. You might need to also pivot towards joining one professional bodies or another, learning valuable skills that will add more value to you. Prioritize early applications. Rejections will come, but remember that rejection is the breakfast of champion. Rejection is the breakfast of champion, so you must embrace it. So moving on, I also want to speak on the common mistakes made by many of us when starting out. I made some of those mistakes too, right? Yes, we all do that. But this is the time for us to start looking into these things because the uncertainty is high, so we must learn to bring it down to the barest minimum. And the first thing you might want to look into is waiting until you urgently need a job before you start applying. This is very wrong. I was in my service year and I never needed a job at that point in time. In fact, I still had up to 8 to 9 months to go. But I don't need that job at that point in time. But if you start your application early, this will give you time because before you even finish that particular course or your NYC program, you will definitely catch up with the screening time because you still have to write tests, prepare for interviews, and you find out that these things tend to converge. And people will now start saying, oh, how did you do it? You just leave this company, you join another, from this to another. Then another thing you don't want to do is sending generic applications. Someone will say, I have one CV. I was able to apply 10 companies. You can't use the same CV you use and apply to the oil and gas industry for the tech company. They require different structure. They require different environment. Okay, John, I can hear you.
Okay, sir, I just wanted to remind you that based on time, sir, the time is
Okay.
running out.
All right.
We need
Yeah,
like 5 more minutes.
yeah, it's just a slide more. So believing you are not qualified enough, please, you are more qualified than you think. Then you are giving up too soon after rejection. Just like I said, rejection is the breakfast of champions. You must also close skill gap. Don't overlook online presence. In fact, companies these days require your social media handles if you want to apply. So you must look into that. Then here are some of the practical strategy for career opportunities. You have to network actively, connect with mentors, not for the sole aim of benefiting from them, but adding value to them. I remember doing free designs for my mentors, right? Upskill continuously. You have to show initiative. You're in a group chat and you've not contributed anything meaningful. That's not right. Leverage on online platforms like LinkedIn. Seek mentorship because the hardest victory is against yourself. You are more qualified than you think. And here are the opportunities you can look into: engineering and technical, the upstream, the downstream, and so many others. Data and all. Thank you very much for listening. So I'll also be available for questions and answer. I don't know if you are going to be taking that after the session.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Dari. Kind of confirm you can hear me. A thumbs up would be fine. All right, thank you very much, Mr. Dari. All right, so we'll go to the question and answer segment while we wait our anchor to get back on the meeting. So if you have a question either for Mr. Dari or for Mr. Labi, and you like to ask, kindly signify by a show of hands, or you drop it on the chat box. Thank you. All right, in the absence of none, we'll be going to the next segment, which will be anchored by okay. There's a question actually. All right, the question is from Chris Kriats. All right, thank you very much, sir, for the session. That's Mr. Dari. All right. My question is, what advice would you give us young graduates that are yet to be mobilized for NYSC? Because it seems most of the companies now require NYSC before employment. All right, Mr. Dari, that question is for you. You have the floor, sir.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, John. Yes, for those yet to be mobilized for NYSC, remember I said career is a journey, right? And it therefore means there are also other companies who require people that are yet to be mobilized for NYSC. So you might want to look into that. I know of many companies that even take core members. So all you have to do is to get the right information. Go on LinkedIn, even on WhatsApp group, you see and hear people saying this so company require people that are yet to be mobilized for NYSC in hope that you can, come to their company to serve there. So you might also want to leave.
Please, can you all hear me?
Sorry, is someone speaking? Okay, so I know we are all targeting the big boys, right? The likes of the IOCs and some major oil companies. But you might also want to look into other roles that you can fit in at the moment, pending when you have the certificate. But remember, start applying even before you complete your service year. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Dari. So we'll be moving. Okay, there's a question in the Mr. John, are you on the call? Can you? All right, we're moving to the next. Okay,
I'm on the call now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ubemi, for helping me out. The next question here is from Mr. Sani Garba, and his question is, how can fresh have this question been answered? How can fresh engineers
No, not yet.
Okay, how can fresh engineers stay relevant in an industry that is rapidly evolving with new technologies? I think this question is to Mr. Dari. Mr. Dari, please, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you very much. The best way to remain relevant is to upskill and get exposed, just like I captured in this slide. Attend webinars, attend conferences, right? You definitely get exposed. Then learn the relevant skills. Data analytics is one of the most sought after skills at the moment, even in the industry. Something as basic as Excel. I still work with Excel even till now. I'm still learning too on my role, but sincerely, you can't trade that. So you might want to upskill something as basic as your Excel, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint. Once your boss notice you can come up with a very good PowerPoint, it's something commendable, right? You can work with some data analysis tools. That would really help you. So upskill and get exposed. Exposure.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Larry, for that wonderful explanation. And thank you for your session. Though I was kicked out by network, but I did take some things with me from your whole narration of how your career has gone so well. Thank you so much, sir. So please, without wasting much time, we're moving on to the next item we have on our agenda. That's our next speaker in the name of Mr. Haruna Inua. Please, Mr. Haruna, if you're on the call, please, I would love you to indicate, please.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Haruna. We're really happy to have you on the call. I'll be reading out his introduction. Mr. Haruna Inua is an energy system researcher and a management consultant, passionate about advancing the global transition to sustainable and resilient energy solutions. He is pursuing a PhD in energy systems at the University of Oxford, where his research focuses on integrating emerging technologies to decarbonize and optimize energy infrastructure. He co-founded Fitilia Impact Hub, which expands access to quality education and 21st century skills in undeserved African communities. With experiences spanning energy, technology, and consulting, Haruna combines academic insights with practical innovation to help governments and businesses design impact sustainable strategies. With this, let's welcome our next speaker, Mr. Haruna Inua, as he takes the floor. Welcome, Mr. Haruna. You have 15 minutes to go. Thank you so much, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry, I think okay, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, so I mean, make it easier, I don't have a slides, and since I have just 15 minutes, I think that makes sense. So by way of introduction, my name is Haruna Inua. Currently doing my DPhil at Oxford. Before then, I worked briefly in Nigeria, and at the moment, schooling and also running my startup. So, if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna talk about postgraduate opportunities and also some international opportunities as well. So I'm not really a fan of telling people what to do. I'm always encouraging people to do what they want to do. So I always tell people that reach out to me to actually sit down and think, what exactly do they want in their life? So at the first moment, you exactly know you need to know like what you want to do in your life first. Like the first speaker mentioned, life is a process, and that really resonated with me because if you think getting a job is what you want, you get a job and you start questioning, is it the right job? If you think buying a car or working with top companies is your last destination, you get those kind of things and you sit down and start asking yourself again, is it really what I want to do? Is it really what I want? So that's the reason why I said at the very, very beginning, you need to sit down and ask yourself, okay, I want to do this, and how do I get that? So I'll give you an instance. If I want an international career, right? or first thing first, you need to ask yourself, what is it that I want in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, right? If if I define my goal, if I know what I want, then you know that okay, is it easier to get it in Nigeria or is it easier to get it outside Nigeria? So more like you have a problem statement, so you are breaking it down into A, B, right? So is it easier to get it in Nigeria or is it easier to get it outside Nigeria? If it is easier to get it in Nigeria and you get the entire process in Nigeria, I think there is no need for you to be struggling going like leaving Nigeria. I was listening to a podcast by Julius Avuru, the former co-founder of Seplat. He was talking about how he started as a geologist right from his NYC days, serving in NNPC, working in NNPC for like 15 years before he left there for a private company. After that, he actually like started Platform Petroleum and later Seplat. So one of the questions the guest asked him was like, was there any opportunity to leave Nigeria back in the days? He said yes, he got an opportunity to leave Nigeria, but due to some reasons that he was not coming from Delta State and the slot was meant for Delta indigenes, he couldn't leave Nigeria. And that was what really shaped his journey. And he stayed back in Nigeria and had a fantastic career that is one of the like big shots in the energy industry. Now he's co-founding another energy company that is taking a stake in Renaissance Consortium. So the whole thing is knowing that okay, if what I'm looking for my entire life and career could be achieved in Nigeria, then I can stay in Nigeria and do it. There are many people making things happening in Nigeria. There are many people that haven't really gone outside the country and they are building stuff that people are outside the country have not really done that. A good example is the money point guy. I'm not sure if he had an international career, but he built a bottom-up strategy. He built Money Point. Now, Money Point is a unicorn company. So I'm coming in to talk about like postgraduate schooling tips, but I just want to share this background story to tell you that if you don't think going for advanced degree, master's degree, or PhD degree is not a thing for you, I think you should redirect your course and focus on what can actually work for you. Not necessarily because something is not working in Nigeria. There are so many things working in Nigeria and there are so many things happening in Nigeria. In fact, you can start your career in Nigeria and become an international big player. It happens. We are currently seeing how the industry is changing. So the second part of the talk is the B part. So the B part is like, okay, I think going to postgrad schools can actually bring me closer to what I want to do. I want to work with McKinsey. I want to work with World Bank. Not necessarily if I stay in Nigeria, I wouldn't work with World Bank, but I want to work at the top level hierarchy that this company exists outside Nigeria, or going to postgrad schools can actually bring me more closer to this kind of opportunities when I finish my postgraduate school, because of the environment, because of the people, because of the opportunities, and even because of the limitation of visa and some stuff like that, that you can't get those kind of opportunities in Nigeria. Okay. So I want to go to postgraduate school. I will give you an instance. I was working 2 years ago and I was really at the forefront of building one of the biggest energy projects in Nigeria. And for me, it was a fantastic job and also a promising career that I was lined up for promotion the following year. But I look at it, there is something that I want to do. There is a career that I want to have, and there is a particular goal that I'm aiming to achieve by so times. So I think about like if I stay on the job, if I do well, all will be well and I'll be fine. I'll be treated fine. But I wouldn't be happy it's not something that I want to end up with for the rest of my life. It's not the kind of things that I want to do for the rest of my life. So I had to look at it twice. And before I even spend more time on the job, I had already started preparing for my next transition, which is postgrad schools. Um, every school, every college, every scholarship opportunities have their own theme. They have their own structure. They know what they are looking for. So if you are looking for those kind of opportunities, you want to apply to US schools or UK schools or top schools, whatever thing that you want to do, the first thing you need to look at, you need to look at how the entire application process is. Okay. um there are tons of like details out there, and I think going to someone and asking them, oh, I want to apply for this school, how can I start, how can I get started, I want to apply to this scholarship, how can I get started? I think those kind of basic questions shouldn't come from someone that is aiming to do big things in their life. So the first thing, you sit down and make some checks, and run some background information before reaching out to people. And I guess, if, like I said, if you really want to get a postgrad degree from maybe outside Nigeria, I think the process starts from your final year, and throughout your service year, you should plan on writing maybe standardized tests, maybe writing your prepping, and also reviewing your application materials, or reaching out to people to actually ask some reasonable questions, because everyone is busy out there. But how you present yourself, how you model everything, can actually present it in such a way that people will be willing to help you, or people will be giving you some kind of direction. So basically, that's just it. It's not about thinking that it's gonna be like plug and play. Once I finish university, I will apply to whatever I want to apply, and eventually I will get it. You have to be strategic. You have to you have to exactly know what you want in life, because spending 4 years in university and coming out, or 5 years in university and coming out, to start thinking that, oh, I have to try something before yeah, it's good to try things, it's good to figure things out, but it would be more interesting to find out what you are intentional about and what you really want to do in your life. Because um you find out kids at 21 years or 22 years are starting their career. I was checking on something. Someone becomes a managing director of Goldman Sachs at 29 years old, because he started at 21. So 8 years within the journey, he has already rose through ranks and become a managing director of one of the biggest banks, investment banks in the world. So it's all about sitting down, being honest with yourself, knowing what you want. Is it a career that you want to do in Nigeria or outside Nigeria? How do I get closer? What destination, what geography brings me more closer to my ultimate goals? It's all about what this guy is saying in Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell, the effects or the context of geography. Like, if you are in a place where things are happening, you are likely to get those kind of opportunities that you want than staying outside a place that might not really give you those kind of opportunities. So applying to postgraduate schools, it's becoming more easier with a lot of information out there, and there are many people willing to take in mentees. On social media, you come across on LinkedIn as well, on Twitter, on X. I think there are a lot of people sharing useful tips, and even LinkedIn people that you can actually send cool messages to ask them some reasonable questions. Make sure you do your background check because before reaching out to people. And I guess with this, I would say, yeah, good luck to your application.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Haruna. It was very insightful. We've now understood the basis of how to, go about preschool tips and all, and postgraduate schooling and all, how by thinking about it and, putting our minds towards it. Oh, please, can anyone confirm if they can hear me?
Yes, we can.
Please, okay, that's good. Thank you so much, Mr. Haruna. Please, if there's any question for Mr. Haruna, please, we'll be taking it quickly. Then after that, let's get ready to put on our cameras and take maybe a picture. Take a picture, then we'll go straight to the next session immediately. If you have a question, you can just raise up your hand and then I'll give you a chance to speak, or you can drop it on the chat box. And then let's go ahead if you do have a question. Okay, in the absence of no question, okay, Dave. Okay, in the absence of no questions, I'm not seeing any question in the chat box. In the absence of no questions, please it's time for our picture section where we can just take a short picture. We have to create memories. This is a very wonderful section that has been done by Abuja section and YP young professionals. So it would be nice to have everybody take a picture for. Sorry about the background noise. Okay, thank you so much. I see Mr. Dari has already done his camera. Thank you so much, sir. Please let's put on our camera so that we can just take a short picture. Then we go straight to the next section. Okay, I can see Mr. Fabian is enjoying his ride to USA already. Thank you. Okay, welcome, sir. Please, is everybody putting on their cameras, please? Okay. Let me put on mine also. So there'll be a lot of people behind. Okay, so we don't waste much time. Can you see me? Yeah, I can see myself. So we don't waste much time. We just take pictures. Okay. I think I've been able to get it on my own side. Yes. Now this is nice. I can see Mr. Dari is on. Mr. Haruna Inua, thank you for putting in your cameras. Mr. Emil Monday, thank you for putting in your camera. I'm seeing a lot of people, their cameras are not on. Mr. Sani, thank you for putting in your camera. Mrs. Lesimpo, thank you for putting in your camera. Mr. Dansley, thank you for putting. We have a lot of people in attendance. Thank you all for coming and for joining the call. Mr. Dati, thank you for putting in your camera. So I'll just take a picture now. And then I don't know why we don't want to show our beautiful faces. So okay, everybody's putting it on now. Okay. I've taken the first one. Taking the second one. So the third one now will just, since we're SP, there's something we do, like just be thumbs up and just say SP, things cleaner energy. Please let's go on with that. Please. SPE, you can unmute your mic to talk also. SPE, cleaner energy.
Cleaner energy.
Thank you so much. It's been taken. We can all put up our cameras now. and then we'll go straight to the Kahoot session. Let me share my screen again.
Sorry, excuse me. I have to leave now. I have some other things to do. So
No
thank
problem,
you.
sir. No
All right.
problem.
All
I
right.
appreciate
Thank you.
you. We appreciate it. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, please, can you see my screen now? Yes, I can see my screen. Okay, now please, we're going to the Kahoot session now. To be taken by Mr. Opeyemi Michael. Mr. Opeyemi, and go.
All right. Hi guys. Can you confirm you can hear me?
Yes, we
sir,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you, sir.
Loud and clear, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, so we'll be going into the fun segment. Okay, the Kahoot section. So what I'll be doing right about now, I'll be sharing my screen. Okay. Kindly confirm you can all see my screen.
You can see your screen, sir.
We can
All
see
right,
your
all right,
screen, sir.
lovely.
Go ahead, sir.
So for our Kahoot section, I would love you guys to log on to www.kahoot.com and join the waiting room. Lovely, I can see Sanites. Join the waiting room, inputting your game pin 7525334. So let's all go to Kahoot.com. We have a participant already. So I'll be expecting more participants. Let's all log on to www.kahoot.it and load in our game pin 7525334. So Mr. Fabian just confirmed to us their prizes for our top 4 winners. Thank you, Mr. Fabian.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm joining too. Thank you,
Kindly
Mr. Fabian.
join in, guys. So I have Iram, okay, I have Risky, Sharp, Risky. We have 3 participants. We have Miller, so we have top 4 already. All right, we have Signature. I have Musa, lovely, lovely, lovely. I have Blessing, interesting. So let's see who will be our Kahoot champion for this session. All right, I have Engineer Zono, I have Annie, I have Bills. So we have 10 participants already. Okay, let's join in, guys. I have Burr, I have Boom, I have Musab, I have Naskid, 12 participants, lovely. I have Victory. Would Victory be victorious? Only one way to find out. I have Joel, that's good luck. All right, we have 13 participants on the call. Okay. So I guess we'll be starting this session. I was expecting members to join the game. Okay, we have Zainab, I have Katum.
Just give them one more minute to join.
Okay, 1 more minute. My moderator said 1 more minute. So a minute, guys. I have Zainab. Thanks, Katum, for the emoji. So less than 30 seconds, we'll be starting our Kahoot. So let's join in, guys. And our top 4 winners would be rewarded handsomely by Mr. Fabian. You all saw him in the car now. He's a big man. You snooze, you lose. All right.
Sorry, that
So
was not a cow. That was a plane. We were on this.
plane, mad. You have to see beyond. All right. So less than 20 seconds, guys. Less than 20 seconds, guys. So let's join in back. Okay. I have my 15 participant back. I think 15 is pretty calm. All right. So right about now, we'll be starting our couch session. Okay. So let's get to it. So kindly confirm you guys can see it. Okay. All right.
See, sir.
All right. What's the core culture of SP Abuja? The core culture of SP Abuja. Is it teamwork? Is it integrity? Is it excellence? Is it innovation? The core. What's at the heart of SP Abuja section? Is it teamwork? Is it integrity? So let's see our rankings. Okay, it's excellence. Excellence is at the core of SP Abuja. And only one person got it right. All right, better look. So let's see our leaderboard. Who's taking the charge? Boom. This boom guy. All right, let's go. All right, which country came in third place at the African Cup of Nations in 2025? All right, this should be a no-brainer now. Is it Morocco? Is it Sudan? Is it Senegal? Is it our dearest country, Nigeria? All right, in 3, 2, 1. All right, boom, still leading charge. It's Nigeria. All right. What's SP Abuja section number? This is interesting. So I believe every member should know this by heart. Is it 61? Is it 119? Is it 191? Is it 199? Interesting. Only 4 people got it right. Interesting. So SP Abuja chapter number is SP Abuja section number is 199. Boom is on a winning streak. This boom is a hack, or is an hack. Sorry. All right. Where's the largest proven oil reserve located? I'm pretty sure the petroleum engineers and the gas engineering students in our midst. I'll not be surprised other disciplines would know it. But my best guess, the geoscientists as well should know. Geoscientists on the call should know this answer. Is it Venezuela? Is it Saudi Arabia? Is it Canada? Is it Iran? Interesting. 7 people got it right. Okay. All right. Venezuela is actually the world's largest proven oil reserve. Okay. It was the world's largest proven oil reserve. All right. Boom is still on the winning streak. We have Cyanide, second place. Sadiq Usman, third place. Risky, fourth place. Any. All right. So we have our top 5. So they can be comeback, sure. Comeback is allowed. So next question.
Sure.
So who is the SP 2026 president? Is it Oliver Ooms? Is it Terry Palish? Is it Jennifer Miskimins? Is it Lucian Rodriguez? Okay, this is only for those that really knows SP to heart and are really passionate about SP. So who is the 2026 SP president? Only 3 people got it right. It's actually Jennifer Miskimins. So Oliver Ooms was 2025 president. Terry Palish was 2024 SP president, and we have Jennifer Miskimins as 2026 president. All right. The next question. Boom is still. Nobody's touching Boom. Nobody's touching Boom at this rate. So let's all fight. Let's all fight for second place, third place, and fourth place. All right. Okay.
No, I'll be fourth.
Which of these Nigerian superstars had the most nomination at the 2026 Grammy Awards? Is it Burna Boy? Is it Davido? Is it Ayra Starr? Is it Whiskey? Is it Whiskey? All right, sorry for the misspelling. FC. Is it Burna Boy? Is it Davido? Is it Ayra Starr?
No, this one.
All right.
Yes.
All right, only 4 people got it right. So I believe only 4. We have 4 outsiders here. We have only 4 outsiders. Okay. So it's Burna Boy.
Yes. Yes, second.
All right, Sadiq Umar is at second place.
Yes.
Dethroning Sanite and Naskid coming in third place. Coming in fourth place. Dwell is at fifth place. All right, let's see. But I know nobody's touching Boom at this stage. Who is the SP Abuja Section YP chairperson? He just gave the opening remarks. So if you were with us early enough, you should know this. So is it Ofofonono Akpan? Is it Emmanuel Obuye? Is it Grace Kolawole? Is it Okoye Chisom?
I should
All right,
know.
only 2 persons got it right. Only 2 persons got it right. Okay, so our YP chair is Mr. Okoye Chisom. All right, big shout out to Mr. Okoye Chisom for this initiative, by the way. All right,
I don't drop.
so let's see our leaderboard. Obviously, nobody's coming close to Boom.
Yeah.
Boom guy. Sanite is charging. Sadiq Usman maintaining third place. Naskid maintaining fourth place. Joel maintaining fifth place. Awesome. So okay, 7/12. So 5 more questions to go. Comeback is really allowed. It's 100% allowed. So who played the main character in the 25 movie Sinner? So for the movie fans, I believe this should be a bonus to you guys. So is it Tom Holland? Is it Michael B. Jordan? Is it John David Washington? Is it Lakeith Stanfield? All right. So let's see. Interesting. 5 persons got it right. 1 wrong. Many did not answer at all. Fair enough. All right. So it's actually Michael B. Jordan. He doubled the character. So let's see. Boom is at it. Sanites maintaining second place. Naskid coming up third place. Sadiq Usman fourth place. Signature taking off Joel with Fitz coming in fifth place. Fair enough. All right, so our next question. SP Abuja section primarily serves which region? Is it the southeast Nigeria, the southwest Nigeria, the north central Nigeria, the south Nigeria? This is actually a beautiful question. And I don't think it's far-fetched. All right. So, okay, 1 person got it wrong. So we have a 9 person getting this right, North Central Nigeria. Lovely. Awesome. So 3 more questions to go. Okay, we've established a simple truth. Nobody's coming close to Boom. Cyanide. Okay, I 3 more questions to go. I believe Sadiq, you can come in second, please. I believe.
Yes.
Naskid, I believe you can dethrone Sadiq if Sadiq is not careful. Signature, I believe you can dethrone Naskid if Naskid is not careful. So let's see. So our last 2 questions.
So we are allowing Boom to carry first position. Let's do something now. Let's have a Mutanda.
What's the most commonly used renewable energy source? Is it hydropower? Is it solar? Is it biothermal? Is it wind? Renewable energy. Renewable energy have been making talks in the country.
Renewable. Hey, damn.
Wow. So many of us went for solar. Actually, it's hydropower. Hydropower has been like the major renewable energy relative to our dams. So it's hydropower. All right. So let's see our leaderboard. Boom, maintaining first place. Naskid coming in third place. Sadiq, fourth place. Signature maintaining fifth place. All right, lovely. Let's go to our last two questions. What's the main mission of SPE? Interesting question. Is it to drill more oil? Is it to connect oil companies? Is it to share technical knowledge and develop professionals? Is it to control oil prices? So let's see how well we know SPE. I think it's to drill more oil. Abi? Society of Petroleum Engineering. To drill real, Abi, real. Right, excellent. We all have a decent knowledge of what SPE mission is. To share technical knowledge and develop professionals. Wonderful. And that's probably the main aim of this webinar.
Still in fourth place. Damn. This last question.
All right.
I know.
Victory has the highest streak, but not on the top 5 list. That's crazy. All right. Okay, we have Boom maintaining first place. Sanite maintaining second place. Naskid maintaining third place. Sadiq Usman maintaining fourth place. Signature maintaining fifth place. So I think at this juncture, Sadiq Usman, be very careful. I don't think you can come close to Naskid. Oh, Sanite, be very careful of Naskid. And shout out to Boom. Okay, so our last question. How much of the world's energy comes from fossil fuel?
Damn.
Easy. Is it 30%? Is it 70%? Is it 60%? Is it 80%? So I think this should be enough. All right. Okay, in 4, 3, 2, 1, we should be having our ringleaders.
Hey.
So essentially 80% of the world energy comes from fossil fuel. So everything we do is resonates around fossil fuel. Everything. So let's look at our podium. Yay, we have Cyanite on third place. We have Naskid. And we have the man, the myth, the legend, Boom, coming in first place. I think Boom kept, we missed the question. So Sadiq at third place. So Naskid, Boom, Sanite, and Sadiq, kindly reach out to Mr. The YP chair for your prizes. So I believe with this, I've come to the end of this session. Really appreciate you guys for turning up for the session. And once I remain Umliko Kwemi Michael, you could connect with me on LinkedIn and other social media platforms. It's really an honor doing this with you guys. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you. Please check who is the 6th person on the podium after this, because Boom is me actually. And it was quite easy. I think the YP chair won't even allow me to collect my gifts. So let me just leave it for.
All right, I would confirm that. All right,
yes,
I'll confirm that.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Who's the person saying yes? I think that's Sadiq.
Yes, sir.
Seriously wants to collect gifts. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that particular wonderful session. I'll be sharing my screen again. For the next. I'll be sharing my screen for the next session. Okay, are you guys with me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay, so I think we're meant to have the interactive session between all our YPs and our new graduates. So, Mr. Fabian, I don't know how are we meant to go about this? Is it that we're meant to, open the floor for everyone to, talk or greet, or is there a topic that we're meant to actually, speak out or talk about from what we have learned from today?
The interactive session is open for anybody that may have any questions on the programs and conversations that we have had today, even beyond this session, any question, because on this call we have young professionals, people that have graduated 1, 2, 3 years those that are still in school. So whatever question that you may have for anybody, this is your opportunity to speak your mind and then get the answers that you need. Are we together? So for those that have graduated already, if you have any advice that you'd like to give to the youngsters in our midst, you can simply drop it in this period because what is the use of having this period if you cannot come and ask this meeting, if you cannot come and ask a question that really bother you. So this is the opportunity for that.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Fabian. So from what I could hear from him, he's saying that if the floor is open for everyone, to pick in what they might have learned from today's event, and even from anything they want to add from their, their journey as an undergraduate to a now undergraduate, to a now graduate, sorry. And also, if you have any advice for those of us coming up, I say those of us because I am part of them coming up, can also give us that. So please, you can just raise your hand, then I'll give you go ahead to, to talk. So please. Okay, Dance Leo, please, you can go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. I really enjoyed every bit of the session today, but I'm not really asking. I want to ask a question rather. It's concerning this current stuff that they are trying to implement, making it compulsory with our 500 level students, and we'll be graduating this year. I don't know. Nobody said anything. Is that going to help us?
Look at just go ahead. Now, two are additional.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dansley. Let me relay your question again. So Dansley is asking about the Korean program that has been, authorized that we must do it. So please, for some of us that are graduated or that are graduating students, what may we know about this and what can we add to this? Because even myself, I would love to know about it. What's going on with the Korean initiative? Is there anybody on the call? Okay, Mr. Fabian.
So for now, I think the most we had was just the idea, but we've not gotten any official
Go ahead, Mr.
information.
Fabian. I think you wanted to talk.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay, I said to the best of my knowledge, we've only seen news about the idea of it, but nothing official about where, when, and how it will be implemented. So I think for now you can rest easy. For those of us, that are just graduating, I don't think it applies to you. Where it would come in would be for those that are still probably in 500 level. And you really do not have to worry because by that time more information will be available. Understand? You cannot know how to position yourself. One thing that we know for sure is that it would likely come either merged together with the NYSC service or it must come after NYSC. So regardless, with the progression, you would have graduation, NYSC, and then what's next? You understand? So more information will definitely be given by the government. So for now, you can rest easy. In the meantime, for me, I see the initiative as a good one in the idea of it. But then where I have my doubts is in the implementation. That is, if we have the infrastructure to put it together. Because as it is currently, the average graduate is required to, the average early entry position requires maybe a maximum age of 25, not graduating more than 2, 3 years ago, and then later than the plan. And then we now have a case where at the end of the day, they still have to do LMS, which is adding to the expense. So that is what makes me question the infrastructure in place. But then, like I said, for now, we don't have enough information to conclude, so we just have to clear that. Is that clear?
Is that clear? I think Mr. Fabian has. Okay, please. Is there any other person that would love to, give advice if it's answer this question that was asked recently, or to even talk about what they've been able to learn from today's sessions? Please, we need you to do that as fast as possible, and we want to can signify by raising up your hand, and you can drop a message in the chat box. Okay, I'm seeing Victory Kingsley in the chat box. As a 300 level petroleum engineering student at ATB, how can I best bridge the gap between classroom theory and the practical demands of the Nigerian oil and gas industry before graduation? What should I prioritize to be competitive for serious placements, given that I don't know much about my course or how to research well? Okay. Okay, so yes, I think I can answer this question. Okay, Dansley's hand is still up. Well, please, we'll get back to you. Let me just answer this question that Victor Kingsley dropped. You can best bridge the gap between your classroom and practical by, attending conferences. I'm a 500 level student that just finished my internship, and one thing I know that has made me more exposed is attending conferences. SP, held conferences like Library lecture, even NOG, even NICE, even SCSC for SP students. SASC last year was a very big one for me because I was able to learn a lot. And this was a very big way to bridge the gap between my classroom theory and, yes, the practical demands of the Nigerian oil and gas industry. So you should not keep yourself limited to only classroom, but also look for ways to get out there, expose yourself. You're in SP, you're in Society of Petroleum Engineers, ATB. There are a lot of programs that you guys will hold, and more of explanation or more of bridging the gap between the industry and academia. So you can also join that and be part of that consecutively, continuously. Even in your SP portal, there are a lot of journals, a lot of things that you can read and go through. You can learn a lot about the oil and gas industry. Then, what should you prioritize to be competitive for your serious placements? I feel what you should prioritize would be making sure you have a good CV, one, picking out the places you want to go to. You have to be very sure about what kind of things you want, what kind of placement you want to be at. You want to really be in the deep level of the oil and gas industry. You should prioritize your choices. Okay, I want to go to the oil and gas industry. Then you look for companies related to the oil and gas industry, servicing, exploration, even the ministries and the rest of that, depending on what you want for what you want to learn as you're going for internship. And please do not prioritize the big companies. The big companies sometimes have a lot of competitive, settings. So you can also look for all these little oil servicing companies that you can reach out to. A lot of them are in Port Harcourt, and reach out to them and then get to register or apply for your service. Other things will be making sure your CGP is good, sending out messages or mails on time, and then preparing yourself for tests, because as an oil and gas engineer, you will have tests after you apply and all of that. That's very, very common. So I think that's it. So if you want to research well, I think there's One Petrol also has, there's SP One Petrol, there's SP journal, and they always drop every month. You can also reach out. You can also look at all those things, and then you can get to research well. And you can also check ResearchGate, or concerning your topic, just put on your topic and you see a lot of research concerning that. I think that would be to answer your question, Mr. Is it Victory Kingsley? Did I answer your question correctly? Can unmute and
Yes, sir. Thank you.
is Kingsley with us? You can also type in chat box, or was I typing to myself? Right. Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
Mr. John?
I think because
Yeah.
yes, I can hear me. Can you hear me?
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you very much. Okay, it's concerning I have two questions, Sha. One is not a question, the other one is the previous session we just finished. The game, the crowd game. Our prize, how far now? Mr. Chisom said he will reach out to us.
Even me supposed to ask that question. No?
Yes, it's very
Even me
necessary.
supposed to ask. I don't know.
And
Hey, you
yeah, and the
reach
second,
out to our community lead. Yes. Continue.
okay, so my second question is this guy that took the session of postgraduate tips, and he didn't really say much because of the time. So I want to ask, I think the one class I was attending, they were like there's a particular CGPA that is required for you to go for postgraduate education, and like a CGPA that if you don't have, you can't proceed. So I'm asking if there's a way you can, or maybe anybody graduates that are here can maybe speak on that.
Well, I didn't really get your question correctly or fully. That's the last question.
I got it.
Please, can you just rephrase it and then? Okay, I think
I
Fabian
got
wants to answer.
let me start with the previous question that you answered, Mona. Just to add to it, another thing is you might want to utilize what is directly in front of you. Sometimes the information that you're looking for is just in front of you, you're just not looking hard enough. When it comes to researching about the field, you just need to know what your interest is, oil and gas. You watch TikTok every day, you are on Instagram every day, you use Twitter every day. Why not just go on the search button and type oil and gas, type energy industry, see what comes up, and then you start to. Because these days we have a lot of content creators. It is the world that we live in today, and the best thing we can do is to utilize it. Because when you start to search things like this, your FYP becomes more in line with the direction that you are heading to. If you come, you search oil and gas today, you search Chevron today, you search Seplat, you search LCs, you search IOCs. Before you know, you start to see more and more information like that on your Instagram, on your TikTok, on your Twitter. Because that is how the algorithm works. You understand? So that is the good way to start. The most basic way you can start. You don't even have to go and be looking for 1.3. Of course, those ones are good. But then the most basic way you can start. Simply go to your the social media that you interact with every single day and search for what it is that interests you. And you get more information about it. Another one is you can go to ChatGPT. I am interested in this. How do I get into this company? What do I need to prepare? And then you read what it gives you, and then you see how you can proceed from there. You understand? So I want you to first of all get it into your mindset that all you have to do is ask. All you have to do is look. And then what you are looking for, you will find it. It is not out of your reach. It is just forget the ones that you cannot see. Start with what you can see, and then see how you can proceed from there. For example, I was there is this a creator on TikTok, Sonahart, Sonahart. You can look into his page, post content about oil and gas industry regularly. He even has his WhatsApp channel where he drops information. You can check it out. Good afternoon, sir. Fine, sir. They come now. No problem, sir. You understand? So that is one simple way that you can start looking into things. Secondly, for the person asking about the prices, no worry now. Just when you get a contact, you will send the names of the person that came first, second, third, and fourth, and then they'll drop their name and their phone number with you, and then you will reach out to them with their prices. Now, for the last person I was asking about postgraduate schooling, I think you were asking how do you proceed? Okay, you said something about a required CGPA. Well, some specific programs have higher requirements than the other. Some would have specific things that you are looking for, which is the CGPA. Some would have specific things that you're looking for, which is leadership experience. Some will be looking for, job experience. So each scholarship that you're applying for would have its own requirements. That is why Mr. Haruna said you need to you need to do your background study, look into the nitty-gritties and find out what this particular program that I am applying for, what does it require? Some programs will require you to write IELTS, some will require you to write TOEFL, different exams, some would not. So you need to understand the specific program that you are applying for. Not all of them would require high CGPA like that. Some have you look into their grading criteria. Some will prioritize higher CGPA, some will prioritize higher experience. So that is why you need to do your background study properly. If you are looking into MasterCard, check on YouTube. What does MasterCard look for? If you are looking into Erasmus, what does Erasmus look for? If you are looking for the um, um, Saudi Arabia, you can look into what are they looking for. You understand? So you have to check the specifics, not just the generic information that you have access to. You have to go further to look into the specifics of what the program requires. Then you can now think for sure that okay, this is what it needs, this is what I don't have, and then this is what I have to work towards. Okay, sorry for the
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Fabian. Thank you so much. I can see that there are more hands raised, but please, we will not be able to answer more questions anymore as we are 3 minutes to the end of this meeting. Please, Mr. Engineer Zunirain, yeah. Please just drop your question on the chat. Drop your question on the chat box and then tag us with your number there. I'll take everything and then would answer you via message. Sorry, we can't take more questions now. Please, we're moving to the next segment. That's the vote of thanks by our community lead, Mr. Okonji Fabian. And for those of us asking about our, okay, see his number. If you're asking for your gift, please, his number is on the chat box right now. I'll see if you're expecting Engineer Zane's message question on the chat box. So please, let's give a round of applause as we welcome our community lead, Mr. Okonji Fabian, to take the vote of thanks. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I want to thank each and every one of you that made time to be here today. I want to appreciate all our speakers. I believe we've gained a lot of value from Mr. Tola, Mr. Dari, and Mr. Haruna. Remember what Mr. Tola said, life is 100% process, 0% destination. Life is constantly changing, and you have to be adaptive to be able to survive. One thing I would say to each and every one of you is after finishing school, one thing that I learned is patience. You have to be patient with yourself. You have to be patient with life. You have to be patient with a lot of things because you realize that some things are just not within your control. When I finished, I was expecting to start my NYSC early as March. March came, nothing. April came, we applied, and then they shifted us from A1 to A2. And then at the end of the day, I did not start my service till July. So in between that period was just a waiting period. So in that period was where I attended the program, and then I now got in touch with Mr. Tola, who is now our speaker today. So that is what I gives you. You just have to make do, be patient, and keep working towards your goal. Remember what the things that Mr. Dari said. You are capable beyond measure. You have to put yourself in the right mindset. Start early to apply for opportunities. Start early to seek information. And what Mr. Haruna said, I want to remind you to do your background study. Be smart about your choices. Don't just follow the crowd. Be sure what you want. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. I want to appreciate our moderator for taking us through this session. I hope you have been able to learn. Our numbers are there in the comment section. So simply copy and send me a message for any other inquiry that you may have. You want to be able to just please just take one to good and the other there is an more questions. Thank you to everyone. Take care and have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fana. I once really appreciate you for taking the time to be here and everybody. So, from my point of view, I think this is the end of our session today. I want to thank each and every one of us. I want to thank our speakers, from Mr. Tola to Mr. Dari to Mr. Haruna, and to all our members here that joined. Thank you so much, and congratulations to all the new graduates. Congratulations and congratulations, congratulations. Thank you so much. I think we can now leave the call. Oh,